Welcome to Memento Vivere with Manny Rico. Okay, so I know we're leaving a brat summer. Like, not too much on my good girl Charlie. Like, I love Charlie, but like I understand, but I low key feel like we've been there. Like, we've always been there. Like, we've always been there. So I genuinely feel like this is one of those, like, oh, for the public, like, get into, I think the app of and not to the core, like, it's like we've been there. Like, you and I, we've seen each other. So I feel like in the year of like 2024, sorry, I feel like, hello, welcome to Memento Vivere with Manny Rico. I am your host. My name is Manny. I am him. This is me. He, him. Like, hello, hi. I do. I do feel like we should try to limit how many he, hims we have around us. But I'm not like he, him. I'm a girly pop. Like. Are they? Like, honestly, like, okay, like, wait, let's be for real. Like, I do understand that, like, like, everything, like, binary is all man-made. Like, I don't, like, your gender is just what the doctor tells you when you're born. Like, a man, like, or, not, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? Like, a human. Everything is just human-made. Like, I also understand that. I also understand that, like, we express how we feel and, like, whatever. So, in that regard, I do understand that, like, everything is just man-made. So, I can be a they, them if I, like, if I, like, didn't live in, like, Colorado, because it's, like, at some point, you do meet people that are constantly, like, ignorant about every single thing in the world. With what they choose is what I've noticed. Usually people who don't necessarily, understand the importance of, like, pride, or don't necessarily understand why it's a big deal to respect people's pronouns, or why it shouldn't even matter in the first place. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, gender reveals, they need to get abolished. Like, girl, like, be for real. Like, what? Like, okay. But I think it all comes from them not having any, like, queer friends or queer people around them. I genuinely feel that way. I think if they were ever to surround themselves or have someone that they knew, but I'm also not excusing them. So I don't even know what my point is here, but what I'm saying is I'm a girly pop, and, like, as a girly pop, I feel like you have the like, the responsibility and, like, the the God-given, because this is a God-given right. Like, this is not a right that you just get birthed in. Like, you're not Gracie Abraham, you're not a nepo baby when it comes to this. Like, you have a God-given right to have good music, like, taste. Like, a lot of queer people, we just know what's good. Like, we genuinely know what's good. Like, I've sat around, like, my whole family is straight, and when we have, like, parties or get-togethers or whatever, I don't play my music because, like, girl, like, let's be for real, like, so they're playing their music and it's, like, god awful, and I'm just like, okay, like, I love you for you, but let me put on my AirPods and let me leave early because this is putting me to sleep, or it's just bad. You also have the gift of, like, wearing whatever you want and having the excuse that you're gay. Like, you can literally just put on whatever and just be like, well, I'm gay, so like, I do that all the time. Like, I'll literally, like, I just genuinely don't, I'm just gay, like, I don't care. Like, I think you have the, like, advantage of just, it's like, I would genuinely be so sad if I reincarnated, like, straight. I do have this theory that this is my last life. So, ending it with, like, being gay, like, wait, like, why did you kind of eat? Like, why did you eat? Speaking of eating, or lack of, Katy Perry released her newest album, and just just a mess, you know. In the year of like 2024, of like the biggest like pop divas entering their prime, or like entering their peak, or like not even that, just all of these artists releasing music that is like so personal and so beautiful. Honestly, okay, like I'll talk, you know, Taylor Swift also has released like very like personal music, you know. The like level of like AI and like just boring and just robotic, like like I'm sorry, but please stop. Like I think she is like, you know, like I really don't care. Like I really don't care, and I doubt she doesn't care either. Like, girl, she's getting paid. Like, she doesn't, I genuinely feel like she doesn't love music. Like, she just wanted like a cash grab. But yeah, I did not even listen to that. I literally like played each track and just like skipped, because I was like, I'm not like just insanely repetitive, just lyrics, and just like so uninspired, and just so so I feel like she is the queen of khias. At Khia, the Twitter thing. T.S. Madison's like best friend Khia. I didn't know what that meant. Everyone was like Khia. I was like, what? Like, okay. And then I saw like a video of T.S. Madison and her friend Khia, and then I saw a comment being like, imagine like your name being used as like flop. So Katy Perry is the queen of khias. Who is her king? Liam Payne. Liam Payne is probably the most khia of khias to ever khia. Like, in terms of like pop boys. Because if we're going to compare like their counterparts, hairstyles, oh my god, I have these waves where like I don't know what to listen to, and it's been today, okay, well, wait. Today has been the most beautiful day in to ever exist. Like, it's the first day of autumn, and I woke up and it was gloomy. June gloom, June fog. I might as well say maybe and talk. Also, her dyeing her hair brown and black, and everyone now being like, "Yay, I love you." Like, girl, okay, be for real. Like, like, you guys are miserable. Also, Nathan, I do love CXOXOXOXO. There are some songs that I would skip, like the 2 Drake songs and the interlude with, well, actually no, I'll skip that one. I'll skip the first opening, and I'll skip, I think that's it. But I genuinely do enjoy this album. Like, I think it's very good. Like, I genuinely love it. I also, okay, so today, my morning started, I woke up, well, okay, my morning started by eating disorder, trigger warning. I started, you know, because I overate last night. So I woke up doing that, and then I was like, okay, well, I can't go back to sleep. So I watched this channel called Two Baddies React. Just type in Two Baddies React. And I watched them reacting to Chappell Roan. They called her Chappelle. They called her Chappelle Roan, and I was just, oh my god, I was like, that is so funny. So Chappelle Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, and CXOXOXO, and they all, like, they're just amazing. Like, I love watching people eat, and also watching people react to music that I love or that I hate. Okay, so this is, hold on. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm drinking, I had to get my energy up, so I'm drinking coffee. I kind of stopped going to Dutch Bros because I have this weird anxiety thing that if I go to the same one, I just get like very anxious of like meeting this, like meeting like this, the barista, obviously, like I just get anxious because I'm like, oh my god, like they're gonna be there. There's no problem with them being there because obviously that's their job, but I just feel weird because like I go there so much that it gets a little awkward. Like, hey, like I kind of got to the point where it's like a little awkward. I think I'm just thinking too much about myself. Sometimes you just think too much about yourself, and that is an issue. So like, no, like, I think it is very good to be self-aware, but sometimes you really do just have to look around and be like, life is beautiful. So today after I watched like 2 hours of those two girls react to music, I was like, oh my god, like I want to take the train. So I took the train to the city, which is like like a 15-minute ride, girl. Like it's not crazy. Like I have enough time to just like read a page of, oh my god, oh, it's all the way over there. But I have a new book that, okay, so actually yesterday when I was in Boulder, I went to the Boulder 4 times, 4 days in a row. Speaking of doing things continuously, although every single time there was a different barista, so I love that. This one time that I did go, I was wearing my other silver ring that's like curved, that's like you know, on this finger, and the person, like the cashier lady, the barista lady, was like, she was just staring at it, and I was like, okay, like, okay. And she goes, oh, like, it's because my girlfriend bought the same one, like a couple days ago. I was like, okay, first of all, I do not need to know, like, I don't need to know, like, your girlfriend, like, okay, be for real, like, you want attention so bad, like, you're literally Chapo Roman, like, you want attention so bad, like, just say partner, like, just say partner, just say partner. Anyways, so, also kidding, like, please take a joke. Anyways, so they were just looking at my ring, and I was like, okay, and like they were like, oh, like they bought the same one, and they bought it because it's a sign of like self-love because of the moon sign, to always remember, like she was like, she bought this ring to like always remember that, to love herself or whatever. And I was like, oh, like period, like she really ate that, like okay, mwah. So I go there, and then I do whatever, and then I go to the bookstore because there's a bookstore connected, and I just kind of browse around. But I have this, I don't know if it's like a brown thing or like, you know, growing up in Colorado thing, but I have this like anxious feeling that people think I'm stealing because I'm brown. And I like, you know, like I'm like, please don't kick me out, or like please don't hate crime me, like I'm already gay, like you already hate me, like I'm brown and gay, like you probably like hate me, like like you literally hate me. So I like, you know, I'm like, okay, like I need to buy something. So I either look at the postcards, whatever. Well, this person that's like talked to me like quite a bit because it's always there, and he's an older person, and I like, whenever someone like recommends me something, I feel bad not buying it because I just feel like I'm being disrespectful, or I just feel like I don't care, like I don't want to seem that way. So I literally bought this book about this like Japanese, well, first of all, love what it's about because I got into it on my train ride. It's about this like Japanese folklore story about this person that like gets trapped by like not Oompa Loompas, but think Oompa Loompas, and he's like in their land, but every single thing that they do is like the opposite of what we do normally. And they have this like, it's like, oh, it's a really beautiful way of like, the way that we look at things isn't necessarily the correct way, or like isn't necessarily the only way. And I feel like that's a very beautiful like takeaway from like that book, or like that thing. Like there's always like, it surprises me that for a lot of things we really do just take the first thing and run with it. Like we never try to develop, like I think for me, lately meaning like half of August, I've been trying to do more things with intention and like, you know, with more purpose. I think it's added a lot of beauty to my life, and I've just been looking up. Look up. Don't forget to look up. Like I've never seen that movie with Arianki and like Jennifer Lawrence and like all, like I never saw that movie, mainly because I have this thing that I don't like to watch things when there's like a major cloutness around it, because I just get like anxious that like I'm like, you know, like I literally watch Challengers and I can't watch it again even though it's like on Prime. I just have this like anxious feeling where like I don't want to like watch something right away. And that's how I felt with a lot of things. Oh, Wicked. Okay, Wicked. I really want to go. I've never seen any musical. I'm not a musical person, but like for the right one, which Wicked. Like I love witches. I love Arianki. I love Cynthia. Like I love everything that comes with Wicked. So it's like I'm down with it. But so I've just been, you know, oh, wait, I need to tell you about today, because today was a very important thing that happened. I went to the city. I grabbed my book, whatever. I got coffee. So no. First is the ticket station doesn't work. So the train is like 3 minutes, you know, train arriving 3 minutes, train arriving 2 minutes. My card, it's not reading the card. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna go in there. And I asked this dad with his son, I'm like, hey, like, do you know if like they'll kick me out if I don't have my ticket? And he's like, oh, like, I don't think so. The most they'll do is like fine you. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm like rushing because he's also rushing. So I'm like rushing to like get my stuff and go. I get on the train. The conductor is like, oh, just download the app. I'm like, oh my god, duh. We're in 2024. Like, what am I thinking? 2020 vision, city girls winning, copying us bullshit, bitch. We're twinning, okay? So also, do you like my shirt? It's very like, this is what I wore today. I wore the most like beautiful like fall. Like I wore my rain jacket, my rain jacket, and it's just like I need to go thrifting. That might be the next vlog, fall thrifting. Anyways, so I'm leaving the train and the dad is like, hey, like I got an extra ticket here. I wanted to cry. I'm like, oh my god, like thanks, but like sorry, I already got the app, but I'll take it because I was gonna put it in my journal. Like I literally journaled about it because it's like, that's beautiful. Like that's really beautiful. Like I think humans should look after humans. I had this discussion, this political discussion with my brother-in-law. He's a Capricorn, and we were talking, and he was saying how like he's not a like he's not a Trump supporter, but he's like a money greedy goblin. So like obviously he's going to lean towards the person that is like, I'm gonna do this for taxes, you know, whatever. I don't care. Like I do care. I do care. You know, if you're a Trump supporter, like even if it's family, I don't care. Like I'm not going to like, I'm going to keep contact as minimal and limited as possible because I am a gay brown person that this president candidate literally hates and sends hate towards, and like you know, it's a little weird to like, you know. But anyways, I'm telling him how I don't think like I'm like very, you know, like I'm a liberal fairy because I feel like we should help the community, and like we should, you know, like there's no problem in helping homeless people, there's no problem in helping immigrants, there's no like, why is there a problem when like this world does not belong to us? Like this is all man-made. Like this is not real. Like I don't care about your stocks, I don't care about your tax, I don't care. We're all going to die. The only thing that matters is human beings and having people with homes and, you know, safety and health. Like I don't know where we lost this plot where like we shouldn't care about other humans, and like especially our trans and queer people. Like we're like the sensitive artistic souls of Earth. Like we need to be protected. Trans people need to be protected. Like minorities need to be protected because this world has been built for male white supremacy, and to like just sit around and one, not even vote, or two, not even like try to like comprehend that we should look after people and not actually just hate people. Like I don't know, I had this conversation with my mother as well of like just always focusing on the negative, and like, you know, that really did a number on me of like I want to like just, you know, just reach every day and like try to find something to be grateful for, and be happy with that actual present moment. And it's brought me to the point where I'm taking you now. So as I'm leaving Union Station, where it's a train station in the area with like coffee, I get a coffee. Okay, first of all, they then Melanie Martinez split in the middle, septum piercing. Like I knew my coffee was going to be the best coffee I've ever tasted in my life. So first I was going to get like an ice milk latte, and then I saw an horchata latte. I was like, give me an horchata latte. So I got an horchata latte, and I was like, oh wait, literally like they're making it. This is gonna be amazing. So I get my coffee, I step out of Union Station, and oh my god, I like saw 3 buildings outside that I had never seen before. Look up, look up, look up, look around you, look outside, look up, but look up. Literally look up. From your phone, look up. I saw buildings, and I literally just had like, I'm getting them right now, like just goosebumps and chills all over my body, where I feel just grateful and like in love with life. And I had, okay, so this is where like my summer, like, you know, what summer taught me type topic comes in. During the beginning of summer, I did not, like, I literally didn't love life. Like, I literally was just miserable. When I went to San Francisco for the first time, I had this, like, when I got back, I had this insane wave of sadness because I didn't live in San Francisco, which darkened everything around me, which made me miserable and really made me depressed, to be honest. And I had, like, all summer, I had to, like, get out of that zone, that place of just disassociation and just constant, like, overeating and, like, constant, like, overusing not too much, like, girl, I'm sorry, but you will never bitch, I don't even do Pepsi, like, please. I have addictive genes, okay, so I'm sorry, but Mary Jane is the most that I'm doing, and shrooms. I need to do them. Anyways, oh my god, Sabrina Carpenter, I promise you those shrooms, you're not gonna find yourself. Honestly, I don't think you find yourself. Like, you're not lost, Pookie. Like, you are the universe, you are Christ, like, you are presence, you are being. Like, that is you. Like, that's you. You're not lost. You build yourself, you find yourself, you build yourself, you, like, you wake up, you're present, you realize that, whoa, you know? So, as I looked up, I felt that. I felt awake. I felt present. That was being present. And it was so beautiful. I just felt this immense wave of love and just gratitude. And then I'm walking to the display, and I'm, like, obviously going to get, you know, because it's a beautiful day. It's gloomy. It's 46 degrees. It's amazing. It's perfect. I have the cutest jeans on. I have my cheetah Adidas. I have a cute little fall outfit. Like, I'm ready to hit the town. So I'm walking to the dispo, and I see that on my cup there's a heart. Someone, like, they wrote my name and put a heart under it. So I just felt this, like, immense wave of, like, the universe, like, just, you know, like, I just felt, like, very happy and very, like, grateful, and just, like, I felt loved. So throughout the summer, I did not feel loved by life or the universe, and I did not, and that's because I didn't have love for life nor the universe. It took me a lot of reading of, like, The Alchemist, The Power of Now, and a lot of Eckhart Tolle and Paulo Coelho. Just a lot of, like, I wouldn't say self-help books, because they're not being like, wake up at 5 in the morning, or, like, do this, or, like, journal, or what, like, about, like, your guilty pleasure, or, like, whatever, you know what I mean. They're more like, Jesus was a person, but we can take his words of, like, being present, or of, like, you know, constantly being, like, you know, just being aware and whatever, and using that in our every, like, it's just of, like, wake up, you know, like, just wake up, be present. That's what I did this summer. I like, became present this summer. It sounds very weird and gross. Like, no, it doesn't. Okay, stop. Like, it's just, I like, kind of just woke up this summer. Like, I kind of was just like, wait, like, I like, I'm alive. Like, I'm alive. I don't know how to explain this. I really don't know how to explain this. But I just, like, I guess I just stopped being depressed and, like, found love for life in a different way that I had before. I feel like I matured a little bit more. I think I've handled situations worse, but I could handle them better, and that's called growth. And so I really didn't hang out with a lot of people, mainly because I genuinely thought that I was, like, being weird, and, like, I just felt a mess. When you feel a mess, even if it's just in your head, you don't want to be around people, especially because I really, really appreciate my friendships, and I get, like, embarrassed. Like, it's like this, I get, like, I was embarrassed. Like, I felt so embarrassed because I'm like, I just felt embarrassed to hang out with people and seeing me in that state of, like, just saddened, like just, I don't know, it was a weird state that I was in. I just can't explain it correctly. I journaled about it, so I'll like go back and like actually, you know, journal what I was feeling. But I just couldn't see anyone. And then so the beginning of summer is like that, and then I'm just overeating, gaining weight, you know, just over, you know, using marijuana. And then as I start reading, you know, I stopped going to the gym. That's one thing I did this summer. I stopped going to the gym, and I feel like that was the start of everything. Well, no, reading The Alchemist was the start of everything, but slowly I stopped going to the gym, and then I had more free time, and then I started using that free time to go on walks, to go on runs. That running vlog that I did really changed my mind because I had to slow down on, you know, because to run. So balance. I think I also learned a lot of balance. I think, okay, I feel like for me personally, anything's cold turkey is just not like, I think we like balance, learning balance, but also like putting this pressure on yourself to like just constantly be like just looking inwards and like thinking too much about yourself. Give that a break. Give that a break. Just exist. Just be present. Just go outside and just be, or like read a book or like paint or whatever. But like, I was just too much in my head and in thinking too much about myself, that I self-sabotaged, that I self-isolated, I disassociated heavily in the beginning of summer. And, you know, now we're in this stage of autumn, which, oh my god, thank god. And I've never truly have been more grateful of myself, first of all, of being able to like sit down with those emotions and being like, okay, let's take a little, you know, let's breathe, baby, like let's breathe. And I feel like that's kind of like what I did this summer. I went to the Marias. Oh my god. Amazing. Like, okay, I did leave early because I saw what I needed to see, and like it was time to end the night. But it was a beautiful concert. I think I'm going to Claro's concert. Oh my god. I really want to go to BB Doobie's concert, but I'm not sure if I am able. And Sweat. Oh my god, I need to go to Sweat. Like, I literally need to go to Sweat. Oh my god. I feel the rush, addicted to your crush. I was busy thinking about boys, boys, boys. I was busy thinking about. That song like literally made me like lose weight because of the music. Because of the music video. Oh my god. Like, do you remember that music video? It had like Cameron Dallas. Oh my god, wait, he's literally the key of models. Anyways, love him though, not too much. Like, love him. Actually, I don't know. He's hot, but like, okay. Like, literally, like, okay. Like, literally, like, my thing is, like, I have, like, sometimes, like, okay, like, the Noah Becks, I'm just like, okay. Like, okay. Like, he's genuinely just conventionally attractive, and that's it. Like, okay. Like, what's next? Like, what's next? But, yeah, just find something in life that makes it meaningful to you, and just take a breather and just be present and just, you know, just ask. The biggest thing that I did this summer was ask myself, is there a current problem right now? And there's usually none, because when you're present, there's no problems, because you create problems in your mind. Everything that needs to be handled will be handled when it gets handled. I don't know, like, today was just one of those beautiful days where, like, I feel like the angels just aligned everything for me, and, like, the divine, and, like, myself and everything. Like, I do believe, like, right place, right timing, and I was there at the right place, right timing. Like, everything just falls in order. There's a divine plan, and days like this just kind of, like, reassure myself of, like, you're going on the right path. Like, you're doing amazing. I DIY'd this light. Let me show you. It's, like, the most perfect light ever. Like, oh my god. Anyways, yeah, that was it. I love you so much. Bye.